Second, so now you're live.
Hi guys, this is Danielle with Pearly Shell.
As a mobster.
As a mobster, I guess. So I have this amazing fleece, and because we're doing this breed study, and it's like totally off the wall, bizarro, amazing fleece to see how long it is. And it's
Hang on, let me actually change them to so it doesn't have an effect.
So
they can actually see. There you go.
See what I'm doing.
There you go. Now.
So it's an East Frisian cross, East Frisian long wool cross, and it's very fine wool like. It's a drier fleece, not heavily lanolized. That's what you do with cloth diapers, but it does have neps and stuff in it. So this fleece, being long and fine, lends itself very nicely to combing. So I'm going to go through and we're going to show you combing. So I'm just going to take the cut ends and I'm just going to put a little bit on at a time and just kind of comb it on to the combs.
Now, why would you use with combing this fleece? This is a really long fleece. A lot of fleece we would never comb, correct?
Correct. A shorter fleece does not comb as well. It's hard to describe.
We have a whole bunch of fleece behind you.
I know, it's all dirty though. We can't do dirty fleece.
Well, no, you can show the difference in the length. There's some over there.
There. I can't reach it over there. I can show you the differences on them.
Here's some of the BFL.
Yes.
And it's washed.
Yep.
Because when we all buy fleece.
So I'll show you BFL.
We buy millions of fleece.
Right. And so let's talk about why you would choose to. Okay, the differences in prep. This lines the fibers up exactly. In combing, you are going to remove all of the VM and all of the neps and any tips and all of those things. In carding, you won't do that. But some of the VM will come out and some of the tips will come out. So I'm just combing, literally like you would comb hair. You don't want to rip hair out. So this fleece, being fine like it is, leaves behind only the icky bits, which icky as in the neps, the second cuts, all of those things. It's a nice long fleece, so it's easier to get in here and get just the tips. So as I'm going to go through, do a couple of more passes, and as you can see with each pass there's a little bit of waste. That is not something I want to spin in this particular fleece because it would make it not as smooth of a yarn. And I'm going slow and I'm not pulling hard. I am just lightly combing it back and forth. What is being left behind are tangles, are pieces of fleece that second cuts,
stuff that we don't want to spin. Though you can spin, or you can use it for needle felting.
You can,
or other felting, or all sorts of things. But that's not the prime.
No, but we do want to talk about, a high VME fleece. You can comb it. It will get the VM out, but it's a lot of extra. It takes extra time to comb versus carding. And this fleece, I don't think would be nearly as smooth or beautiful off of a set of cards.
No, this is a beautiful long fleece. This is a fleece that I bought on a online sale because I have a thing for East Frisian, and it's been sitting around waiting for us to process it, and we haven't processed it. and then we decided to use it for our wool study, which we're doing the monthly studies online.
Right, and see, look, it makes this beautiful, light, fluffy roving that's nice and clean, and it's fully aligned. I could have gone through a few more times and completely gotten all of the naps. I didn't. But, so, you can see how beautiful and clean that came out. Fine wools tend to like to be combed more. So I have some BFL locks here. I'll show you what they look like when they are combed on. I am just combing them on.
Because this is a fleece that we would really card.
I would prefer to card this fleece. This fleece would definitely be, in my mind, easier to card than to comb because of its length.
Right.
A short coat I find harder to card versus comb. So I'm just going to lightly load my combs with some locks. I'm going to fluff them out a little bit because if they're compacted, they don't comb well. And see those that popped right on over, those are not, they'll have to go through a couple times as I have. So, and in this particular fleece, we have a little bit of felting issue at the cut end. Part of it was handling during wash, and part of it is the way it was sheared. If there's a damaged spot in your fleece, you will find that it will felt on you. That's not fun. So this is what's left behind, are the pieces that won't come through. Again, pull that off. Again, going to repeat, as you can see, this time through, just the tips, like combing your hair, you know, you don't want to rip it out. We're just combing it through.
Yeah, we all buy fleece that we end up throwing out. It's always one of the negatives to buying online. We buy from people we trust, or else we know it's a gamble. I got a box of fleece from one of the online auction fleece sales.
Oh, it was so gross.
That one was so dirty, and I was totally aware it was dirty wool. I looked at that and I thought, that is not worth my time, and I literally tossed it in my compost.
Yep, that one was really dirty.
And it wasn't even that good.
It wasn't worth
Not compared
the
to
work.
what we do. Not compared to what we have.
So, as I'm just continuing to go through, continuing to card, comb. So on a short fleece like this, you'll see I find it much more difficult to diz this fleece off because it will want to draft out so much faster and quicker, and because of it being short, and that does make it harder to draft. But I'll show you here in just a second. Have to do a couple of passes there. Okay, so here I have it combed out. It's just as fluffy. But when I diz this one off, and you see it as a roving, I'm not sure if you guys can see this. I can only take little tiny, like we're talking maybe an inch off at a time when I'm dizzing because of the length of the fiber. My words are not wording today. So, even though this particular fleece is perfectly aligned coming off the combs, when we did our sample spins, and you will see some other spinners out there who will try a couple of different preps, they will comb and they will card, and they'll see which prep they prefer. The prep on this fleece for combing this BFL fleece spins up almost identical to carding with less waste. As you can see, it's not a smooth roving when it comes off. So I end up with more waste.
Can you show them the Diz?
The Diz I am using is not a traditional Diz. It's actually a glass button. The hole is about the size, is a little smaller than a pencil eraser.
Yeah. It's really cool. And Dizzes there's a lot of handmade Dizzes. I was just looking the Majacraft combs. We were looking at the price differences between combs. We carry Majacraft here. Majacraft comes with a Diz, a holder.
A holder.
And a whole bunch of other stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So you have a whole set.
So then here's the little nest of that. So that roving, that comb top, because it's the top cream of the crop.
Look at the difference.
Look at the difference. See how smooth this is? And see how this is all over the place? The BFL, this particular fleece, lends itself to carding more because the carding's faster, less work, yet it gets you the same product as the comb top on this particular fleece. Now, this long wool fleece, look how nice and smooth it is. It's going to give us a nice smooth yarn, much smoother yarn as a comb top than it will as a carded fleece. So really what it comes down to is test your preps for your spinning project if you are spinning for a project. And that's what we're doing in our breed study, is we are testing preps and seeing how the end product comes out. But those are some reasons why you would comb versus card, or card versus combing. It is very fleece dependent. So, have anything else, Heather?
No, I think that's about it. That's good.
All right.
Thing. All right.
Any more questions from?
No. One lady joined us, and I don't know if she speaks a different language, but I'm glad you love it. I'm assuming with the hearts you love it. So, yes. Okay.
All righty, guys.
All right. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.